Good evening, guys. How's it going? Welcome to Cambridge Veritas. Krish at 9:30. Yet another lesson, yet another day, and we are back with something really important. As you can see on the screen, when we use English in our daily lives, we end up saying "me too" a lot. Once again, we end up saying "me too" a lot, isn't it? It's fine if you say "me too," especially when you've started using English. However, if you're a proficient speaker of English, I'm afraid you need to up your game. Not that there's something wrong with it, but the idea is that you continue improving your language. And that's what today's lesson is all about. In this lesson today, we're going to be looking at how to use so and neither. I'm going to come to the pronunciation in a short while, so don't worry if you have a confusion between neither and neither. How to use these two words, especially when you want to agree or disagree with someone. And that's what today's lesson is all about. If you stick with me until the end of the lesson, I'm going to show you how to use so and neither in 6 different situations, in different tenses. How do we use it when we talk about present situations? How do we use it using ing? How do we use it with can and can't? How do we use it when we talk about past situations? When we use would and wouldn't? Or for that matter, when we use has and have? How do we use so and neither? I'm going to be giving you a very simple chart that you can make use of. In the end of the lesson, we have 2 exercises live practice with you. So please do make sure that you've got your pen and paper ready. Without further ado, let's get started. Let's see how many people we have. Hi, Shivanshi. Hi, Hasmat. Hi, guys. Good evening. All right. So let's get started. The first thing that I want to show you today as we begin the lesson is we're going to be looking at the combination of so, do I, did I, or neither do I, did I. We're going to be looking at some structures, but before that, I'm going to play an audio for you. I repeat, I'm going to play an audio for you. Listen to the audio carefully and see how the speakers, native speakers, are using so do I, so did I, neither am I, neither do I in general English. All right, shall we start? I'm going to play the audio now. If you're able to listen to the audio, just show me a big thumbs up, please. Thank you.
5.6. 1.
I love classical music.
So do I.
I went to a classical concert last night.
So did I. 2.
I'm not married.
Neither am I.
I don't want to get married.
Neither do I.
So, can you see how the lady, when she replies to the man, agrees in almost all situations? The basic way of using so do I or so did I, neither am I, or neither do I is me too. But that's too basic. We say it at elementary level or beginner level. As you grow with your communication skills, you chop that and you sort of replace it with these words. And that's exactly what we're going to be looking at in this lesson today. All right, shall we start? Perfect. Thank you so very much. Here we go. Please do have a look. Before we get started, I want to show you there's something that I want you to remember when we use so do I, neither am I, etc., etc. So the thing that I want you to remember is on the screen. You can use so do I and neither do I, etc., but use it to say that you have something in common with somebody else. I repeat, we use this primarily to talk about that I have something in common with you, or possibly I have something in common with whatever, somebody, something, etc. So when you talk about commonality, I repeat again, when you talk about commonality, that's when you use these phrases. It is basically an advanced replacement of, once again, me too. It is an advanced replacement of me too. But there are some grammatical rules that you have to bear in mind when you use so and neither. And that's exactly what we're going to be looking at. So, on the left hand side of the screen, have a look. We use so, did, do, am, was. These are called verbs. I repeat, these are called verbs. Normal words like is, am, are, was, were, etc. So we use these words with so and then you as an I to represent a positive sentence. I repeat, we use this to represent a positive sentence. On the other hand, when you say neither, do, did, am, was, and then I, for example, neither do I, neither did I, neither am I, neither was I. When we use these types of words, especially with neither, what does it represent? A negative sentence. For example, if you want to express commonality and say, I am not married, you say, so am I. That's incorrect. Because it is a negative sentence, I am not married, you say, neither am I, not so am I. So for positive sentences, use so. Neither does not mean disagreeing. You're still basically you want to agree with the person, but you use it especially when it is a negative sentence, not when you disagree with the person. This is a very important thing that a lot of people sort of forget, and we have to keep in mind. Okay? Excellent. If you understand so far, show me a thumbs up either in the live chat or the comments below. Thank you. Thank you so much. So let's get going. Here we go. Please have a look. Now, the most important thing that we need to keep in mind, that we need to bear in mind, is this chart that I had promised you in the beginning of the lesson. So look at this chart. What I'm going to do is, for these situations on the left-hand side of the screen, I will first show you the example, and then I will show you the phrase that goes with it. What is it? The auxiliary you use depends on the tense of the sentence. So we have 6 different tenses on the screen on the left hand side. What do we need to do is we will see for each type of tense, the agreement, the way we sort of express agreement differs. And that is what we will look at here. So let's get started. The first one is present simple, as in the present situation, right now. Example is, I don't like classical music. If you have to agree with me, you say, neither do I. Again, you don't say, so do I. It is a negative sentence if you see. And you remember, for negative sentences, we use neither. All right? But if you notice here, there's something that we are doing. All we do is, because neither already means negative, we don't say, neither don't I. We say, neither do I, because neither is already negative. We don't use two negative words. So we simply make the opposite of don't and we say, neither do I. If you understand this, give me a heart in the live chat or show me a thumbs up perhaps. Excellent. Thank you. Now let's have a look at the next one. The next one is present continuous. Sometimes people also call it present progressive as well. Okay? So what does it mean? In simple English, it means ing, sentences where we use ing, or situations that are ongoing. So the sentence is, I'm having a great time. I'm having a great time. So ing here represents the continuity. So what do you think is the agreement phrase here on the right hand side of the screen? Hi, Agarthan, Shivanshi, Hasmat. Guys, what do you feel is the agreement phrase on the right hand side of the screen? Perfect. Hasmat says, so am I. Wonderful. That's right. It is, so am I. Okay. I have also observed a pattern. I've seen that people do know the answer, but most of us are not able to use it in daily life. So, the exercise that we're going to play in the latter part of the lesson today, I urge you to practice with me in the exercise and try saying the sentence. As a matter of fact, try saying the sentence here as well. Okay. Can or can't. So, it is, I can swim. It is a positive sentence. So, we should use so. But we don't have to change can to can't, apparently, because it is affirmative, it is positive. So, what do you say? So, looking at your answers in the live chat. So can I, Nagashri. Wonderful. So can I. So can I. Bravo. Now, let's have a look at the next one. It is past simple. Okay. Basically means anything that happened in the past, just the past situation. So, for that, I have two sentences on the screen. I didn't like the film, negative sentence. I was very tired, positive sentence. What do you think will go here in the situation? So the correct one is neither did I. We change didn't to did because neither is already a negative sentence. I was very tired changes to so was I. This is a negative sentence and this is a positive sentence. For negative, we use neither, and for positive, we use so. All right? Bingo, bravo. Let's move on. The next one, the fifth one that we have is would, wouldn't. Once again, would, wouldn't. The example is I wouldn't like to go there. I wouldn't like to go there. What do you think is the agreement phrase here? Neither wouldn't I, neither would I, so would I, or so wouldn't I. Excellent, Nagashri. Thank you so much. So the correct phrasing is neither would I. It is negative. Wouldn't changes to simply would because we can't use double negative. So the correct phrasing is neither would I. All right. If you're enjoying the lesson, make sure to like. Yep. Perfect. The last one is I know that you can't see it. It is present perfect. That is sentences where we use has and have. Okay. So here we go. I've been to Brazil. I've been to Brazil. So it is positive. So we have to use so. So what do we use? Excellent. It is so have I. Now, what I'd like you to do is take a picture of this and keep it in your phone and make sure to use it as often as possible. I repeat, make sure to use these phrases instead of me too as often as possible. This is the simplest explanation available online on the internet to help us understand how to use so and neither when you want to agree or talk about a commonality between you and the other party. All right? Excellent. We're now going to play a game. Okay? If you've understood so far, show me a thumbs up, please. If you've understood this far, show me a thumbs up, please. This rule is important, is pertinent to use these phrases correctly. But there's something that you need to remember. Please note, you need to be careful with the word order. I've seen a lot of people, they speak English like this. So do I, neither do I is fine, is correct. But the moment you say, so I do, neither I do, a lot of people say it confidently, and a lot of people say, neither I do. That's incorrect. Sorry. I repeat, this is incorrect. The correct version is, neither do I, so do I. All right? So never swap the roles. Always say either, so do I, or neither do I, not so I do, neither I do. A lot of people stress on it and basically focus here. Neither I do. That's incorrect. I've seen sometimes native speakers speak like that as well. That's incorrect usage of it, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? If you have any questions, please feel free to put the questions. Thank you, Agarthan, Hasmat, Nagashri, superb, lovely. Okay, there's another bit that I want you to look at. Please have a look. After this, we're going to start, we'll have a few games to play, but this is the last bit that I want you to focus on, and I'd like you to please remember. Okay? Please have a look. So, when it comes to the use of these two words, neither and nor, what happens? Have a look. We can also use the word nor instead of neither. For example, I didn't like the film. You say it is a negative sentence. Neither do I, but you can also say nor do I. I repeat, you can also say nor did I, not nor do I, nor did I, because it is past. So remember very, very carefully. Not only can you use neither did I, you can also say nor did I. And now, the most important bit, pronunciation. You must have seen, if you were observing me carefully, throughout the lesson, sometimes I was pronouncing it as neither, and sometimes I was pronouncing this word as neither. Did you observe that? Were you tuning in carefully? Did you have this question? He's changing the pronunciation quite frequently. I was doing it intentionally to show you that both the pronunciations are right. I know there are some teachers who often say one's better than the other, or for that matter, one's right and the other one's wrong. Incorrect. We judge the pronunciation of a word based on their phonology. What is phonology? Sounds of English language. And according to phonetic script, both of these pronunciations are right. So I want you to repeat after me. Neither, neither. One more time, please repeat after me. Neither, neither. Bravo. Once again, neither, neither. Super. All right. If you're new to our channel, make sure to subscribe. Share the lesson if you find it useful with your colleagues, with your friends and fam. And most importantly, like the lesson. Our incentive is when you make sure that you're sort of learning and are also sharing your learning with others as well. Okay? So let's get started. It is practice number 1. Have a look. We're now going to be practicing how to use so and neither correctly. Ready? How's the Josh? Everyone. Excellent. So here we go. Please have a look. So it says complete B's answer with an auxiliary verb. I'd repeat, complete B's answer with an auxiliary verb. What does that mean? Let me show you first an example. I like chocolate. So the response is, so do I. We can't say so am I, because you're not talking about yourself. You're talking about another object. So when you talk about another object, you say, so do I. Now let's have a look at the next one. I'm really thirsty. What do you think is the answer? Tell me in the live chat. I'm really thirsty. Excellent. Shivanshi says, so am I. That's correct. Superb. Thank you. Let's look at number 2. I didn't go out last night. Nagashri, Hasmat, Shivanshi, wonderful. Agarthan says, okay, I know this was for the first one. Neither did I. Excellent. Wonderful. Superb. Thank you, guys. So we have Agarthan, it's going to be did because this is past, correct? Because it is past, therefore the next word's going to be past as well. Yeah. Hasmat says, neither did I. Wonderful. Superb. All right. Let's move on. Number 3. I was born in Rome. You have to agree, even if you weren't. So it is, so was I. Excellent. Thank you, Nagashri. Thank you, Shivanshi, Hasmat. Superb. For those of you who are watching this lesson later, please do make sure that you keep writing your answers in the comments. It'll help you with the practice. Okay? All right. Let's look at number 4. I don't eat meat. Neither neither do I, because it is negative sentence and it is in present situation. So the next one will have apparently neither and do, which is present form. Okay. There are 8 in total. Let's look at number 5. I've been to Moscow. So here we are using the word have, contracted form. So what is the right one? I've been to Moscow. What do we say? So have I. Excellent. And I would like you to also start practicing using it verbally as well. So whilst you're typing, when I say the first sentence, try saying verbally the answer of it and then you can type. Okay? It'll help you with the verbal practice. So once again, repeat after me. I've been to Moscow. Excellent. Number 6, I can't sing. It is neither can I. Can we say neither can't I? A lot of people make this mistake. We cannot say neither can't I. Once again, neither can't I. A lot of people speak like this. Absolutely incorrect. This is negative. This is also negative. This structure is wrong. What is the correct form? Neither can. Neither can I. All right? Super. Let's move on. Number 7, I'd like to go to Bali. Once again, I'd like to go to Bali. So what is it? So if you see here, I'd is the contracted form. The full form is I would, not I had, I would. You're sort of projecting your thought into the future. I would like to go to Bali. Hasmat, Shivanshi, superb. Nagashri, Mankad, excellent, guys. It is. So would I. So once again, I'm going to say this. You say the answer. I'm your friend. I'm saying, I'd like to go to Bali. One more time. Say it confidently. I'd like to go to Bali. Excellent. So the next time somebody uses the phrase I would and you want to express commonality, say, so would I. Neither would I. So would I. Neither would I. Okay. Excellent. Let's look at number 8. I saw a film last week. I saw a film last week. Saw is past. So you say, Nagashri, wonderful, superb, Mankad, excellent. It is, so did I. Once again, I'm going to say the sentence. You repeat after me. I saw a film last week. Bingo. There's one more sentence, the last sentence. I wouldn't like to eat that. Imagine you're traveling off the coast of Bali and somebody says, I wouldn't like to eat that octopus. What would you say? Neither. Neither would I. Absolutely lovely. Has anybody ever eaten octopus? I am Satvik, complete vegetarian. But funny question. All right. Excellent. So this was practice number 1. Did you guys enjoy this? Was it easy peasy? The level today is pre-intermediate to make sure that everybody sort of understands this. Even the advanced speakers who predominantly use me too excessively, even they'll be able to understand it as well. Yeah? Neither would I. Sukanya, excellent. Hasmat, wonderful. Okay, let's move on. So this was exercise number 1. Shall we move to exercise number 2 or should we end the lesson here? What do you guys feel? What should we do? All right, let's get going. Let's do one more exercise. Here we go. Again, when you see the sentence, respond verbally first. Respond verbally first, and then sort of put your answer. Thank you. Excellent. Suman, Mankad, Shivanshi, let's get going. Here we go. So, the game is respond to A, say you are the same. Basically, you have to reply and you have to say, you are the same, you agree, there's a commonality. And we have to use either so or neither. If you want to use nor, try practicing using nor as well, and that's fine. So number 1 is example. I don't like cabbage. Neither do I. Okay? Now, your turn. I'm going to say a sentence. First, say it verbally, and then we'll see if your answer was right or not. Okay? Here we go. I live near the supermarket. The correct answer is, so do I. One more time. I'm going to say that I'm A. You're going to say the answer. I live near the supermarket. Excellent. Next one. I'm not afraid of snakes. The correct answer is, neither am I. Neither am I. How do you pronounce this? The r in the end, when you say neither, the goes like this. Neither rum. It becomes rum. So the correct pronunciation is neither am I. Neither am I. So R gets combined with Okay? So once again, repeat after me. Neither rum. Neither rum. Neither am I. Excellent. Next, I went to bed late last night. Say it verbally. The correct answer is, so did I. Okay? Number 4, I haven't been to Canada. Your turn. Neither have I. Correct? Not so I haven't or so haven't I. Incorrect. Because it is a negative sentence, by virtue of that, we have to use the word neither. Once again, we have to use the word neither. Okay? Bravo. Let's move on. Here we go. Okay, this was done. I don't have any pets. What is the answer? The correct answer is, neither do I. We have to express commonality. We have to show what is common between us. Number 6, I can speak 3 languages. One more time, let's do it together. I can speak 3 languages. Because it is can, the correct answer is so can I. Are you enjoying the activity? Are you able to find the correct answers? Tell me in the live chat, please. Excellent. Thank you, Suman, Nagashri, Hasmat, Mankad. All right, good. Shivanshi, thank you. Oh, I have numbered it incorrectly. That was number 7, sorry. I always drink coffee in the morning. I always drink coffee in the morning. So do I. Yep. And it is the last one, number 8. I'm waiting for the bus to the airport. I'm waiting for the bus to the airport. What do you say? So am I. Thank you, Mankat. It is. So I'm waiting for the bus to the airport. No, no, no. That's a typo. The correct answer is it is. So am I. Okay, that was a typo from my end. Apologies about that. So am I. Why? Because it is a positive sentence and it is in present form. So we copy the am from here to here. So am I. All right. From whatever we've done so far, do you have any questions from here, please? If you are watching this lesson later, make sure to put your comments in the in the comments comment space, and I'd love to respond if you have any palpitating questions. There's another lesson that we did. It's important to make use of so am I, so did I, neither am I, neither did I. It's important to use all of this. But there's something more important. You need to express your ideas carefully. And when you're reporting somebody else's idea, you agree with somebody else's commonality, the commonality that there is between you and the other person. And at the same time, when you're reporting that piece of information to somebody else, you need to speak, you need to use reported speech. And for that, there's another lesson that I've made that you can make use of, that you can watch using the link either in the description below or here. Very, very important. A lot of people make a lot of mistakes with reported speech. And that's why this lesson is kind of important, because it is a part of conversation that's going on between you and the other person, where you report a piece of information. We also call it tattletale, where you tattletale report a piece of information that you heard or gathered from somewhere else to the other party. So very important. A similar lesson that you should watch. All right. Once again, if you're new to our channel, make sure to subscribe and like this lesson if you enjoyed and learned something new, and turn the bell icon on, because every day at 9:30 we come up with something important that you can use in your daily life when it comes to communication skills. Okay? And if you want extra practice, the extra practice of the same lesson is available on our WhatsApp channel. The link of the WhatsApp channel is going to be in description as well. So feel free to join the WhatsApp channel using that link. And most importantly, please tell us in the live chat, what did you learn today? I repeat, what did you learn today? Mankat says, pretty clear. Superb. Shivanshi says, in the 7th sentence, can we use so am I? Let's have a look at it. So am I. I always drink coffee. No, Shivanshi. The reason is we can't use so am I in this situation, because you're not talking about yourself. There's a second object in the sentence. What is that second object? Coffee. Because there is coffee, we say, so do I. I like it. What is it? The object, which is coffee. So if you say, I am coffee, so you can say, so am I. I smell like coffee in the morning. Although it's a weird sentence, but then you can say, so am I, because your reference is towards yourself only. However, if there's a second object involved, you say, so do I, because you're doing something to it. I hope it is clear. You're welcome, Suman. Thank you. What did you learn? Please tell us in the live chat. Thank you. I'd love to read what you learned. Reflection is so important. How do you think you can use it in your daily life? How is it useful? You're welcome, Shivanshi. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you. Now, in tomorrow's lesson, we're going to be looking at a very important concept, and that concept is might. What is the negative of might? Mightn't. I repeat once again, the negative of might is mightn't. So, tomorrow, in tomorrow's lesson, we're going to be looking at this very, very important lesson, might or mightn't. There's an advanced use of it as well. And I've seen very few people, just very few people, using this word. I mightn't. So, how do we use it? In what situations do we use it? What is the correct structure of it? That's exactly what we're going to be looking at in tomorrow's lesson. Okay, Agarthan says, I learned how to use positive and negative affirmations. That's lovely. Mankat says to use correct English. Bravo. You're welcome, Agarthan. Mankat, okay. Nagashri says, I learned how to use so and neither to express commonality. Super. Hasmat says, usage of so and either. Thanks, Krishu. Welcome, Hasmat. It's really helpful. Good to know. You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you so much for being a part of this lesson. It was a short, straightforward lesson. Generally, we have 1 hour long lessons and sessions, but today was a crisp, to the point session, which was all about the usage of so, neither, like you said, to express commonality. Once again, thank you for joining me in this lesson. If you enjoyed it, make sure to like the lesson and most importantly, share it with your colleagues or anybody who you think can benefit from this important concept. And join every day exactly at 9:30 p.m. God bless, take care, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.